This is problem 533 from Brigham and Houston's Fundamentals of Financial Management, Concise 10th edition. And at first glance, this one looks kind of intimidating because when you go trying to read all this stuff, it certainly sounds hard. All right, but it's not. It just takes practice. All right, you want to buy a house 3 years from now and you're saving for a down payment. You plan to save $9,000 at the end of the first year, and your annual savings would increase 5%, so it'd be 105% of $9,000 at the end of year 2, and 105% of 105% of $9,000 at the end of year 3. And you're going to be earning some interest on all your stuff over all this period. How much are you going to have at the end of year 3? The fastest way to do this with uneven cash flows is take the present value and then take the future value of the present value. All right, so one way to do this is to put in a timeline. These are the cash flows, year 1, 2, 3. So you're going to save $9,000 after the first year. You're going to have all $9,000 plus another 5% of $9,000. Then the second year, that'd be $9,450. And then the third year, you'll save another 5% of the $9,450. So that'd be $9,450 plus 5% of that. So in any event, this is the amount you're going to save each of the years. The interest you're going to earn in year 1 is going to be 0 because you didn't earn any interest on the money you put it in there. So in year 2, you're going to actually earn 8% of that number. And then the interest in year would be the 8% interest on your original $9,000 plus 8% interest on the $720 you earned after the first year. And then in year 2, you'd earn 8% interest to the $9,450. So what you ought to have is a future value in all this is the interest plus the principal, or so you ought to have $30,626. Another way to do this is set up an amortization table. All right, year 1, 2, 3, the beginning amount, contribution, or let's say interest, contribution, end amount. And the beauty of doing all this crap with Excel is that it's easy to do. So you're going to be earning 8% interest. So you earn 0 interest, and in the first year, your contribution would be $9,000. So the ending amount would be $9,000 plus the interest earned. Okay, so because you don't make the first payment until the end of year 1, you don't earn any interest the first year. But the second year, you start with $9,000, and that's going to earn 8% interest. So you get $720 for that. And you'll also contribute $9,450. So what you'll have at the end of the second year is the $9,000 you started with, the $720 of interest on that $9,000, plus the $9,450 you put in. So when you start the third year, you're going to earn some interest, $1,536, and that's actually 1533.36 is actually the amount that we're calculating up here. And your contribution will be 99.23, so your grand total 30,626. You're going to end up with the same amount either way. Now, a third way to do this, and one that some people use because it's just frankly it's a lot easier in some instances to do this. If you take the present value of these cash flows, using uneven cash flow at 8%, the present value, that'd be worth $24,311.99 today. And then take the future value of at 8%, 3 years, no payments. But if you took the present value of that, it'll give you the same answer. So there's a lot of different ways to solve this in Excel, doing whichever way works best for you. But no matter how we do it, you're still going to come up with $30,626. And how much of that is interest? Well, if you contributed 28,373 and you ended up with 3626, then the total interest that you earned during that time will be 2254, which, by the way, when we calculated it manually over here, we would have gotten the same answer, all right, with rounding.